Hello, my YouTube family. I always get excited when I get on here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are. It is Shekinah Glory. Welcome to my channel. I have not seen you all in a couple of months. I have been lifing, and I have begun. I never stopped, but I really got serious. I'm getting serious about wanting to get back on here and speak to you all again and connect with people. So here I am. It's been a while and I miss you all. Never really left, but I'm back. Today, uh, I'm just feeling really good and at peace. In the midst of some really hard ship this year, 2024. We are at October 14, 2024, and this year has been tragic. So tragic. And I have had to learn what it means to stand firm in faith, on love, on my peace, um, on my honor and respect, my desire, who I am. It has made me really um, question, even more so, what I'm doing here. If you are new to this channel, I am all about, I have it on my description, I believe, of the channel, love, life, and using the teachings of Jesus Christ and applying them to my life and my family. And that is who I am. I am a creature, a human being that loves love. I love to speak life, and I love Jesus, and I love what he came and taught us, and I love the connection that I have with my spirit and my creator through what he um, made clear to us, to me personally. So I'm not going to rush this video. I always try to strategize, but I honestly just need to just really learn to go with the flow. I'm learning that. I'm a Capricorn. If you know, you know. And I'm learning that by nature, I am very results driven, ambitious, stern. I could be pretty harsh. I call it, being honest. But honestly, I'm learning that I was just insensitive, um, and perfectionist. So just hopping on here and recording without, a whole list of what I'm going to say, and it never works. So bear with me as I'm getting comfortable again being in front of the camera. But I have been so seriously wanting to talk to people who are so sick and tired of being told what to do. I don't like being told what to do. And my whole life I have had problems with authority because um, if you didn't speak to me the way I could receive it, um, I didn't receive it. And I got in a lot of trouble. I got in a lot of trouble. I had a strong attitude, which is not uncommon. Um, so it is what it is. But I want to speak to people who just don't like people telling you what you can't do or telling you what to do or making you believe that what you believe is not real or valid. First of all, I'm coming to you from my bathroom. Hi. I'm in my bathroom and I'm hiding. I'm hoping my kids stay away. This is the furthest part in the back of the house, and I love this view. This is part of the reason I got this. We chose this apartment, but coming to you from my bathroom to tell you that you, what you feel, where's the camera part? What you feel, it is real, and it means something. Whatever it is that you are so, it's just in your heart, and you're like, you just every day are like, I wish. Okay? You see other people doing things that you want to do. And I won't say for some reason, because I know the reason. We are conditioned to believe that we need to be in line with the collective. I am sitting on my heater. I tried to put my darn robe under here, but I'm kind of struggling a little bit. So bear with me. It's all good. But we wake up every day, right? And for most of us, it looks like, well, in my perspective, for me, it is have kids in school, 3, and from 10th grade to 2nd grade. Wake up, they're good enough that the girls pretty much wake up themselves. The 2 older ones are 15 and the other one is 13 tomorrow. And they wake up early, like 2 hours early, to take their showers, to get their hair done, because they have long, beautiful curly hair, long, lots of hair. So they take the initiative to get up. And I'm looking this way because my face is this way, but the camera's that way. So I'm sorry if it looks weird. But they get up and they get themselves together. And so I get up at some point after them to get the youngest one up. And before, I would send him with his sister. They go to the elementary, middle school together. The other one is in high school. So I would send the 2 youngest together. And my baby, he is 7, and he is my baby, period. I don't care what nobody says. And his dad tells me he's not a baby, but he's mine. Period, babe. But he would always say, Mom, I want you to take me to school. And I couldn't, because I had to be to work at the time that he had to be in school. And so I'd give him all the excuses. Oh, I can't. And he would be so sad. And seeing my baby sad because I couldn't take him to school because I had something that was more important. It still does something to me. It did something to me. Again, if you're new to my channel, go back and watch my videos. I've been saying this for 2 years, 3 years. I am not the one to be tied to a 9 to 5. I just can't do it. I have been um, told by doctors I have mental instability because I believe to the extent the way I do. Sorry for the noise. It's a day. And I live close to a train track, so that might come blowing through. I am so sorry if it does. But anyways, so dealing with depression is what that looks like, and anxiety. And I was diagnosed 4 years ago with bipolar 1. And so, like, what does that mean to me? What is the root? I have to figure out why my body and my mind is responding in this way. And I had to do some talking to myself. We have a video of moving from Pennsylvania to Florida on $500 in a dream and a prayer. And check it out. We have a documented journey, at least 2.5, 3 years of me saying, I am sick and tired of not believing in myself, for putting the extent of my value in what somebody else finds valuable. So we went to Florida. I worked from home. The company I worked for in Pennsylvania actually let me go remote, and I was already remote, but they let me take the job to Florida, and I'm grateful because I was able to get so quiet. I was in a whole different state. Here we have row homes. I'm back in Pennsylvania. Here we have row homes, and we're on top of each other. Down there, it's like we were like it's a duplex and a whole bunch of land. And so I have no family there. I was by myself. My baby went to school. My husband went to work early. He left at 4 in the morning. All day, I'm alone. And what God did to me in that time was got me alone. And he got talking to me. And I didn't have any choice but to listen, because I had run for so long from who he was calling me to be. I allowed other people to make me insecure or to doubt what I already knew for myself to be true. So that was the beginning of me taking the leap of faith, because what I did when I was down there, I had been working for my company for about 3.5 years. And that's the longest I've ever worked anywhere. And it's because I really liked what I was doing. I was, oh my butt. This robe is soft, but it is not doing my behind justice right now. So I was in the world of freight forwarding. So I started doing export, sending things doing the paperwork for things coming from the United States to other countries. I hated it. I hated it so much. And it's only by the grace of God and holding me and pulling me and me actually keeping my willpower to stick with it, because I stayed with the company and when COVID hit, and I had only been there for a couple months, and so I really wasn't comfortable in my job completely to go home. It's a lot of things that go into legal documentation, and it was a lot. So we went home to work from COVID, and I had three kids in school, and I had my baby. My baby was probably 2. I had to work from home, half knowing my job, and then take care and have these kids, you know, be on their schedule of school. I have talked about that so many times because it to this day still has affected my mental health. I am to this day still talking about it because it drove me literally nuts. I think the year before, I had to sign myself in because I was just like, I can't keep living like this. Some people can be okay in a mundane life. They can be okay waking up, doing something for somebody else, being directed by somebody else, to even be able to talk to the person beside you or go to the bathroom. They're clocking you. Some people need that. I am not that person. So, 15 minutes in, I want to give you some tips and what I've been doing. So, I said I came back to Pennsylvania. I came back here because I started having bad dreams about my children. My husband and I brought our youngest to Florida with us, and I let my daughter stay with their dad in North Carolina. And then my oldest son stayed here in Pennsylvania with his grandmother. I was trying to let everybody make choices. I didn't want everybody to be thrown out of, what they were doing. Ultimately, I started having dreams and paying attention to those dreams more than I ever did in my life. Because I've always been a person to have dreams, see things, know things, and because of my Christian upbringing, I think I was not equipped properly with understanding how to uh, use gifts that I have or understand why I had all the questions and to have them answered. But I started having dreams and paying attention and writing them down. And I also have been one to deal with sleep paralysis. It is a scary thing, the spiritual battle. Um, Maybe I will, I hope I do get vulnerable enough to tell my real dreams because it made a difference in my life. So while in Florida, I started having dreams. I started feeling this pull again to come back to Pennsylvania. And I honestly hated this place. Everything here in the town where I grew up, I hate it. I hate it. So many bad memories. But I still had this pull, which I now know was God telling me I had to come back here for the sake of my girls, my children ultimately. So we did. I ended up, I'm sorry, let me rewind. While in Florida, I was working my job from Pennsylvania. I quit after almost 4 years. I quit because I wanted to be a part of Florida and get a job there. So I got a job in a call center, being around people, and I immediately started excelling. Like I was there less than 60 days before I was promoted. And in that 60 days, I missed about 3 weeks of work because I got COVID and it wouldn't go away, and I still got promoted, and I was just like, wow. And I was just climbing the ranks there, and honestly I started to get a little bit scared because I know that I like to be in charge of things, but I didn't want the responsibility of having people, like other people, adult people. So I was a little bit scared, but I still performed. After a while I started feeling like I just can't do this. I can't deal with this. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I'm great. I was making great money, more than I ever did. And I was like, it just isn't for me. I'd rather make ends meet in the beginning, but be doing something I truly love and having peace and showing up for my family the way I want to, not the way somebody else says, oh, yeah, well, we all have to. Oh, well, that's you. So we came back. I quit. I went to the bank or the call center, which was for a bank. And I ended up quitting that. And one thing I noticed about people, when you quit your job, nobody else reaches out. Why is it that you just become like as if you didn't belong there in the first place? Maybe because you didn't. It's funny to me that every day I could be working with these people and cool with these people, and then I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they really will just not say anything back. I'll be like, hey, I hope you're doing good, whatever, I'm good. They don't respond, they don't reach out. And I just don't get it. you know. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna go on that. But I noticed how you're so replaceable in these positions. You can get it and lose it in a second. And so I started thinking about that. Why am I going to disappoint my baby that I love more than these people at this job just to have the job? You know, I could do a different shift, but they didn't offer it to me, and it's not what I want anyways. So I quit that job at the call center after a couple months. My husband had stopped working as well. And so then it was crunch time. It was like, we got to make a decision because rent doesn't care if you want a job or not. Rent says, if you don't want to have a job, you don't pay me. You get to sleep outside with your dreams or in your car with your dreams, girl. So, we actually had gone to a couple free yard sales. Probably tip number one. We found things to sell and we took it to the flea markets and we paid the $10 or the $17 on a Saturday. Usually, like Monday through Thursday, it's cheaper, maybe $7 to $12, depending on where you are. Flea market. And then on the weekend, it's like $6 or $7 more, something like that, because there's more traffic. So we first started selling things. We would get free stuff from people, giving stuff away, and take donations or whatever. And you'd be surprised how many people will support you. How many people are like, yeah, take it, try to do something with it. I don't want to throw it in the trash. And so we did, and we took it to the flea market, and we literally made money. We didn't make enough though. So we had to take the couple. We had to we had to just take the leap and come back to the place that we didn't want to come, and and really stand firm on the fact that we knew why we had to come back here. When we got here, we were not prepared for what was going to happen. But when we got here, whew, uh, a war like no other between my husband and I spiritually, which we are great now. Thank you, God. But our relationship started getting tested even more, and even more than just the typical whatever. It was more now animosity. My husband didn't want to come up here, so he was pretty upset when I was like, I have to go up there for my kids. Upset in the fact that he's like, bring them here. We don't want to go there. And so, babe, you're calling me. I'm declining. Um, he knew he didn't want to come back into the stressful place, but I knew there was a reason, like something was about to happen, and he took the leap of faith with me, and he came up here, and he hated it, but he definitely didn't abandon. So I'm very grateful. We came, and within 60 days, somebody smashed into our car and totaled our car. They totaled our car at the specific day and moment that my husband and I were having a disagreement, and I told him don't go, and he wanted to go anyways. And I told him, well, I want to go with you, and he's like, no, he just needed a moment. And he was going to take the baby with him, and he decided not to take the baby. Thank God, because the way that the car was hit was literally on my baby's side, and my child, we have to fight with him to keep his seatbelt on, like seriously. So that was one of the first attacks. I'm just gonna say this, but right before that, 6 days before that, or a few days before that, I don't know exactly. My husband is driving, and for some reason he's pulled over a lighter. I don't know what the heck it was for. And so he's pulled over. They are in the car, or I don't know. One of them leaves their darn gun clip, and my husband returned it. I don't know if that was something trying to plant evidence. I don't know what in the heck that was about, but I recognize it. Then he gets hit by some girl having an argument with her boyfriend and running through a stop sign, and they crashed. But me and my baby are saved and he's fine. The car is gone. 1 month after this car crash that changes the trajectory of some things, because now we're without our car, someone very close to us commits a murder. And when I tell you, receiving the phone call that you're so afraid of, receiving that call so many times in life, like, I can't say this is the first time. So many times getting that phone call that is so devastating that you're just like, oh, like, what do I do with this? So we get this call. We're actually, my husband and I were out putting the money on hold on, I had to pause. Somebody discovered I was back here. um, the little bit of detail I will say is my husband and I were actually going on a round with a person who was selling a candy machine business, like the little quarter candy machines. And so we had been for like 2.5 hours going to each location, checking it out, this and this and this. We finally were at the end of that and we were ready to exchange money. And we get this phone call that changed our life for the worst. Now, at some point, I will reveal who the person is because there are two key people involved in this situation. I'm just not really comfortable yet because it's very dangerously sensitive, I guess. But out of this call was somebody was murdered and they were in close relationship with the person who murdered them. And so now our families have to really be strong. This person was very young that committed this crime. And it really pisses me off because it's hard when you're raising kids and you're raising your people. And as you were raised and you make mistakes. And so our so many of our boys are in jail because they've done things, and you try to help as many of them as you can, but ultimately it's their choice. And so now our family has to deal with the repercussions of this person's choices. And another person got caught up in the situation that is a very key person in our family, and now there's been a serious devastation. All the plans, all the things we wanted to do, I went on a journey. Whew, I thought alcohol was my friend. I didn't care. I let it have its way with me. And I'm grateful to God that he's pulled me out of that. So we had that devastation right after this accident. Literally, it was a month and 6 days. Boom, boom. And then we had a child try to commit suicide. Ugh. And when I tell you, that's it. These things have made me as a mother be like, I can't keep letting the world get my babies. And so I've listened to women who are on this platform of YouTube. I want y'all to see the tree, not me, really. It's so nice outside. It's windy. Women are using this platform and letting us know we can do it. We were literally designed to create things. The most complicated things, life, for example. We bring life here. We bring life here. And so I took another leap. I decided I had came back. So after this kid tried to commit suicide or try I'm gonna have to they tried to take their stuff off of this earth. Um I just started working again at this job. We came back here and I just started working back at my old job because I knew I could go to remote and I would have a sort of freedom. I was trying to compromise. I really don't want to have a job where I'm tied to a schedule, but if I'm gonna have a schedule and be tied, I'm gonna do it at home so that I can I can be able to do the things that I want to do on the breaks and not have to commute 3 hours a day because my commute was like 2.5 hours a day. um that I started feeling those feelings again, the desperate need to be available for my family and not have to be worried about punching a clock, right? So I quit again. It's been 2 weeks. And I know these people are like, this girl never again. Good, because I don't ever want to go back. I love y'all, but no. So what I've done in the meantime is I picked up a PRN job. Um, Nursing homes need people like us who are passionate. They need people who see people. And so I had worked in just like in a nursing living as a caregiver, personal care assistant, or however you want to call it. And what deterred me was my first dead body that I had to clean and freaking dress for the family. It did something to me. Um, whew, it did something to me. It gave me a different respect, a greater respect for the life that we do have. I saw this lady going, and it has changed my life. Experiencing all of this harsh reality of life, you know? And I felt like it was just slipping out of my hands. And I'm not letting it just slip like that. Not without me holding tight. So I got a PRN job. I have not started. I'm waiting to start. But PRN means I get to choose the days that I work so that I'm not tied to the schedule. That was the first thing I got. Second, I have started a shea butter, whipped body butter business. I am on Etsy and I'm getting on Etsy. I have it all. I'm working on the pictures and taking my time a little bit so that I can do it right and not just rush in because I'm worried about money. Now, I have a husband, I have said that. So I'm not here by myself. So if you are, and you're a mother, don't count yourself out, okay? These are still things that you can apply. You can apply. You're smart. You've had to be smart this long. You will figure it out. You have to. You have to. I had three of my kids before I had one child with my husband. I was married before. And I was married to him for 10 years. He was in jail for 7. We all learn. You could do it. He wasn't there to take care of us, and I freaking figured it out. So figure it out. Find somewhere that is PRN, maybe something that is remote, less hours. The idea is to free up your time so that you can think for yourself. Because when you think for yourself, you already know you have the passion. Okay? Your job wants you to go put that passion into their business, but you're the one, helping fuel that. If this is for you, it's for you, and you will know. Take what you have, sit down, and write out what you actually do all day. And get you some ChatGPT. Get you ChatGPT. Might be able to just use Google. Maybe just Google. But ask. I would choose ChatGPT. It's free for I think you get 4 or 5 prompts a day or something. You can ask 4 questions or something every couple hours. I just started using it and it has changed my life. And if it's for you, do it. Because trust me, it will change your life. I never was one to subscribe unless I really it was perfume or something or makeup. But I subscribe to ChatGPT and Canva because a girl has a video that shows how you can use ChatGPT and Canva and make a cute little kid's story animation, and it took her 15 minutes. I love that. I'm doing that. I have a video on here that it was my first little put together thing. So it's whatever it is. But I did it. And it's cute. And the world is seeing it. Over 500 people saw that. I don't see 500 people in a week. But to be able to reach them, I appreciated that. And this is another thing as well. I put that video up of my this little poetry thing and this little affirmation video, and I gained 10 subscribers last week. I was like, if I do that, I'll go ahead and be able to get to the thresholds if I become consistent. So if you're hearing these people and you're like me and you listen to people all the time who are motivating you, let them motivate you while you're doing it. Actually take the ideas. So if you have Indeed, go to Indeed and put PRN jobs and see what they have to offer you. If time is what you're looking for and freedom is what you're looking for. YouTube. There's a thing to consistency with YouTube. I was so inconsistent for at least 10 months, and everything that I was starting to build kind of just dropped off. And it's because I was letting myself heal, so that my lips are so dry. Hold up a sec. Sorry, people. My lips are dry a little bit. We're cracking a little bit. I don't have my stuff in here. I'm not going to go get it because then somebody's going to meet me on the way I don't be stuck and this is not going to get done. And we're at 40 minutes. YouTube. So many YouTubers, influencers are saying, get on YouTube while you can. Be consistent. Put up videos. You have something that you can talk about. Don't let yourself get in your own way. Okay? I am not going to say I'm a nobody from nowhere, because I love myself and I am somebody. But you don't know me. If you're still here in 40 minutes, thank you. This is what I need. I need to be able to reach the one person like me that's going to sit here and be like, okay, she's kind of like me. So maybe it might not be so hard. And ultimately what it is just accepting the stage you're in, maybe accepting, looking at where you are in your life and doing a thorough, internal scan, you know? Check with your mind. Is your mind okay? Ask yourself, like, mind, are you okay? And listen to the response, because you will get one. Heart, are you okay? Is there anything that is making you heavy? Hands, it's weird. And I didn't try to clean my nails or nothing, so whatever. Hands, are you okay? Do you feel like you're doing too much? Body, do you feel okay? Taking a second to just feel yourself. Like, what is the movie Soul? She said, I'm feeling myself, feel myself. You have to feel yourself. You have to feel yourself. I don't have like Facebook or anything, so I don't have like, this is my social media. So I have 93 subscribers as of today. And I'm just like, 93 people are waiting for me to put a video up. That's pretty cool. And I want to be accountable. I'm going to hold myself accountable to you all who are like, yeah, you should do a video about this, and not look at myself like they really don't want to hear it. Whether you listen to the end or not, I'm going to still be here, and you can still keep listening to me talk while this nice tree is out there. But anyways, not, undervaluing yourself. I undervalued myself for so long. I thought I should be grateful if somebody offered me $16 an hour to do this hell of a job that I'm going to do. And then supposedly I'm supposed to be grateful if you give me, 80 cents more a year, $1 more a year. YouTube is a good way to document your journey. And as you're documenting the journey, because as you hear yourself and you put these videos out, as I am, and I go back and I listen to myself, I don't cringe. I'm not like, oh God, I probably sound stupid. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you really was trying to get there. Might be a little annoying when I'm in the beach. I have a couple beach videos. I will scream if I get scared of those waves because they are big. But I'm grateful to have that myself. So if for anything, do it for you. So you have something to look back on to keep motivating yourself. And then the fact that other people in the world see it and hear what you're saying, it's going to make you want to do it and not keep disappointing your own self, because you want to do it. You know you want to do it. Why don't you? Because you're like, oh, I gotta go do my hair real quick. Oh, I gotta go make sure. Listen, these eyebrows, thank God I got both my eyebrows on. Because some days, I don't know. Bless my husband. But just do it. Take one step. What do you like? Do you like to talk? I like to talk. I like to talk, and people had to tell me all the time, "You talk a lot," and I'm like, I know, because I want you to. There's so many people that need to hear that it's okay to be yourself. If you don't want to hear me talking so long, stop this right now. It's okay. I'm going to keep talking. And I want you to do the same thing, because I know, I want the one who, like me, is like, the world has tried to take your voice, or has taken your voice. You're to the point where you're like, you just don't want to stand up for yourself anymore. You just isolate yourself. You're like, I'm going to put myself in this bubble. I'm not going to give people a chance to test me. I think I thought that a lot. Like, I'm not going to deal with these people because I don't want you to test me. But that's where you develop, you know, good communication skills. When people are forcing you to have to think before you act and to speak up for yourself. It's intimidating when there's a whole world of loudness and people who are louder than us as far as octave. When we try to talk, they try to talk over us because they don't want people to hear the beautiful things that are coming out of your mind, because they're not coming out of theirs. So we kind of sit there and we just like, okay, I'm going to keep this beautifulness in my mind. And maybe I'll write it out in my journal, or I'll write it out somewhere. But I'm never really going to truly stand up to the challenge, because I don't want them to make me look dumb. It's okay. Everybody looks dumb sometimes, but ultimately probably won't. When you speak and people get quiet and you're like, what happened? It's because they're in awe and they want to hear more. Some people, it's not for them, but pay attention to the ones that when you speak, they're like, wow, that was really good. And let yourself hear that all the time. Hold yourself accountable for being your own hero. You know, as kids, whatever your upbringing may be. My grandma's calling me. See, this is why. She ain't called me. Some of us had two parents, some of us had one parent, some had love, some had discipline, some had money, you know. Go back to that younger you. If you're listening to this, then you're connecting with what I'm saying, right? So you're obviously not happy where you are. You're not satisfied. And it's okay. Don't let nobody tell you that there's a problem with you because you're not satisfied. There's a reason you are not satisfied in your current conditions. Okay? And that's okay. You don't have to live this way because somebody else wants to live this way. If you want to live this way, you know, you don't have to conform. You can say, I'm going to start standing up for my own self. Because if you don't, you'll keep being walked all over. And those people are going to continue to keep doing what you wish you were doing. And it doesn't take anything except taking the steps one by one that ultimately make you believe more in yourself. It'll make you trust yourself. Oh, that was good. I forget what her name is. Your spiritual mermaid, the spiritual mermaid. I'm sorry, I don't remember her exact name, but I did listen to her, and she says, take the time to trust yourself again. And in order to do that, you have to show up for you. And that comes in the form of living out this beautiful existence on this earth in the body that you were given, in the way that your creator that made you unique from everybody else that is on the face of the earth. You were made 100% different. Okay. You don't have a copy. So there is something in you that is supposed to be contributing to the whole. Show up for yourself so that you can trust yourself. When you say you're going to set a goal and hit that goal. Because once you do that, you will actually be like, I did that for me. You know? And some of us get excited about that. I get excited about everything because that is how I find my motivation, the hope. I don't, I have to be, keep the balance. But even when I don't, it's still part of my growth. So I can't say everything is always going to be perfect and you're never going to fail. But there is a beauty to taking a chance on yourself. And it's your true nature. It's what your true person, not the person that you think people will accept. Not the person that people are like, yeah, if you can be with us if you're like this. Oh yeah, you'll do great here if you're like this. Oh, we want a person like this. No, when you say, I am this person and I was given this gift too. I love when I am doing this, doing more of that. Whether that's talking to people, writing for people, giving people hugs, developing a beautiful music or a sound for people. Simply sitting on here and being like, yep, it's a telephone wire there, but there's a tree in that background back there. For people who don't have trees around, you'd be surprised the need that you feel when you genuinely want to feel it. But it starts with your own self, though. I used to think I was put here to help everybody with their problems, and I had to take it on and make it my problem. And I understand the innocence of that, of being like, I just want to help people. If you come to me and you need help, I'm going to help you, whether, even if it could be to my own detriment. Maybe not my kids. I'm not going to give you all their stuff, but I will definitely give you whatever I have, you know? I won't take the food out of their mouth, but I'll take it out of mine. And I understand where I have always come from that, because I was trained in the Christian church, and we are trained to put others before us. And there's a beautiful thing in doing that and serving others. I also want us to serve ourselves so that we can operate wholly, so we're not trying to give pieces of ourselves when we don't even have anything to give. Like, we've already given everything we have, and now we're just, taking away the parts that are gonna giving away the parts and that are gonna ultimately kill us if we give too many. Literally. The way that you show up for others and you're so strong about wanting to help them, make sure you are putting yourself on that same level. make sure the same way you want, your partner's approval, whether it's man or woman, the same way you do all of those things to make them want to, you feel that you need to do to make them want to stay with you. Make sure you're being okay and you're doing things that I want to say it so many ways. Make sure that you're not putting others above you and putting yourself down, because you know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to make it, you know what I'm talking about. When you're always doing for everybody and you're like, dang, nobody does it for me. Hopefully someday somebody gonna just do it for me. It ain't. No. Because what happens is you're gonna attract the people that are just gonna keep taking, because that's what you're putting out there. Give, 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 give. And you're keeping the expectation in here and not holding other people accountable, because we feel like we can handle it, which is really selfish. I'll deal with everything. I'm the strongest. We're not the strongest, and we don't have to be. It's okay. Be soft. Be strong. Be soft. My lips are bothering me, and I don't have my butter over here either. Hold up. I'm sorry. Where is my... Oh. Let me put coconut. I'm sorry, I can't. I hate all lips are like that. And when I get nervous, I start like biting my lip. But I use coconut oil or coconut and shea now. But this has been 57 minutes. If you're still here, you are a GG. If you are still here at 57 minutes, tell me you're here at 57 minutes, and I'm probably going to do a darn giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway anyways, because I want people to experience what I have to give. And so I make whipped shea butter or body butter. And when you receive it, you get this cute little affirmation card, or a little note to just let you know that we are doing this for you. The money part is generating the income that will allow you to do the things that we love, which is reaching out. So at some point I'll get all of the links in the description and all of that good stuff, and you'll be able to check out the store and all of that good stuff. I have a TikTok store, and it's called Naturals by Kai, Kiy, and you'll be able to connect with us that way. But I'm so glad I did this finally. This is not supposed to happen like this. I told my husband, call me because I need to pray before I do this video. And I was gonna go on live so that I couldn't go back and have to edit it or something. I don't know. But he's like, just test the sound. I have the window open, so I didn't want the outside noise the wind to make it sound ridiculous. Hopefully it didn't. But I'm glad that this has all been said. And what I will do is I will go back and break down just the little segments that I know that I would like to elaborate on, which are more ideas on how to make money or get some money while you're figuring it out. Different jobs. I mentioned PRN jobs and remote jobs. If you have to get a job, We went back and stayed with my dad for 8 months. 8 or 9 months we stayed at my dad's, and he literally lives down the street. He lives down the street. It was great. And we just had to really hone in. And what it did was really get us closer together. I think we get so scared about the image, you know? We get so scared about how people are going to think about us. Like, as soon as I said I'm quitting my job, of course the people are like, "What? You won't? You just do you?" And I understand there's a concern there. You can't. You could do whatever you want. I won't say you can't. If you want to quit and you want to go live under a bridge, get a good tent. Get a good tent. Find a good spot. People do whatever they want all the time. People literally walk across states. That is mind-boggling to me. It also blows my mind that as these people are walking across the state, people are aware of what they're doing and they're setting out, excuse me, they're setting out food. They're supporting these people. People like you and me. Oh, you want to do that for yourself? I got some oranges and some water. You know, it's just amazing the things that people do when we start to say, I'm going to think for my own self. Why am I? I'm not used to being on the camera. Um, but you would be surprised. And we shouldn't be surprised because we know within ourselves what we're capable of. We just, at some point, lost hope and trust in ourselves. And maybe it's because we feel guilty because we allowed people to do things to us that we didn't want them to do. And also, um, people are dictating your life everywhere. You go to school, you gotta listen to the teacher, whether you want to listen to them or not, whether they are good or not, whether they are kind or not. You're expected to listen and follow and follow and follow. And so we lose trust in us being able to lead us. So then you grow up and, everywhere else tells you what to do. Everything else tells you what to do. Unless you are blessed to have the mindset or to have had someone teach you that you make the life you want. I know there are people in situations in places in countries where their rights are not being upheld. But if yours are, take that. Take it. Take all these people's money. Take everything you have to take. Stop being scared of the word take. Don't be afraid of taking things because you believe you deserve it. Stop. We got to get out of this. Oh, if the good Lord want me to have it, then I get it. You're going to be saying that to you in your rocking chair. Take your life. Take it as hard and as strong as you possibly can. You are waiting for yourself. Okay? You are waiting. Your higher self, the person that you want to operate as, is waiting for you to align with her or him. They're waiting for you to get out of your own way. Stop telling yourself, I can't do it because nobody's going to listen. Or maybe it will turn into something and then everybody's going to start, looking at me. It's okay. You're beautiful. You are beautiful and I love you so much. Love yourself so much that you say, you know what? I'm not going to let myself down just because I'm afraid to lift myself up to where I know I can get. Because you will get there. We are all getting there. If you have a message, YouTube is a great place to spread it. And with dedication, if this is what you want to do with your life, because I think this is like talking and motivating people is what I want to do with my life. I am 5 classes into my bachelor's of psychology. And I started that because of being diagnosed with things and then experiencing so much trauma. And I had to learn about myself, my brain. I am learning about the human behavior, our human behavior, and why we do the things we do and how we can bring it all into alignment. I'm paying $60,000 for this darn degree, and I'm going to ultimately get my master's and my PsyD or my PhD because I owe it to myself to know everything I can about my makeup. And I'm going to share that with you because I want you to know that you can do it. And you don't have to be at a certain starting point in order for it to work. You can assess your situation right this second. If you need money, find money. Google is great. My little brother used to, when he was little, he used to go to all the candy machines and soda machines and hit the coin return. I promise you, this kid had money every day. It blew my mind. He had money every day, and not just a quarter or 50 cent. He was able to buy stuff from the store. It's not really about, trying to get rich. It's about what you're trying to do with your life and the riches that are necessary to perform that will follow. For myself, I'm speaking it out that I am going to get paid to do this, to be the one to tell you you can do whatever you want to do. If you need ideas, drop a comment. Collaborate with people on different videos. Talk to people. Network with people. I'm forever in all types of people's comments talking to people because that's how you find your community and build your community. Hey, you're trying to start your YouTube channel and you don't have a lot? Well, I only got this, you got this. Let's talk on each other's channel and try to make it bigger and then try to reach do it. That'll be the next thing you're going to see. I have brought my baby on. My husband's been on. I think at this point now, I'm ready to expand to actual other people who are building up YouTube channels so that we can network. I'm excited for that. Conversation makes me so excited. Connection makes me so excited. All right. Oh, my butt is not even numb. It is just out. I'm cool. It's a beautiful day here. It's windy. I love you all. I hope I don't get flagged for this because I said some words. But if nobody ever told you or hasn't told you, You belong here for such a time as this. So if you're seeing this and you keep seeing these on your feed, people saying, this is your time. Love yourself. Stop procrastinating. You can do it. There's something that's trying to be penetrated into your soul, like put into you. There's something that God, the spirit within you that created you for a purpose, He's trying to tell you and get through your brain that when you stop worrying about the negative that could happen and you start believing in yourself and speaking it over your life, because there's power in what we speak. When you say something over and over and over, it becomes a thing. I am beautiful. I am talented. I am creative. I am intelligent. I am willing. I am capable. I will do it. I will do it the best I can. I will show up for me. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. And my promise is today is Monday. I'm going to put out another video on Wednesday. I might even put it out later because I'm feeling like now I done got on the camera and I'm okay. So I'm not so scared anymore. I'm not scared. I'm just got to do it and then I'm all in. So me holding myself accountable to you all, I will put another video up maybe by Wednesday for sure. And it'll probably be, I have this idea of, are you a serial job quitter? Because I am. And so we got to talk to each other in 2024, October, of how we're going to stop getting jobs so we don't got to keep quitting them. How we're going to use these beautiful talents that we were given. Beautiful talents of love and connection. Okay? To build the life that we want. That we want. That you want. That you can have. That you deserve. Okay? I will do that. I love you. Leave a comment. I am always responding to people. Any suggestions, any topics you heard or things you heard that you wanted me to expand on. And like this if you liked it. If you got the whole way through, you are the bomb. If you finish this whole video and you type in, I finished the whole thing, I will be reaching out to you. I will be reaching out to you. I thank you all for your support. I love you so much. And I hope and I pray and I put this over all of us that we continue to grow into our beautiful selves and that we embrace ourselves and we love on ourselves. I see this cute hair. I did a big chop last October and I actually have cute hairs. It's so cute. I'll tell you all about it. But love each other, or love each other. Love yourself and love one another. We're all just here trying to figure it out. I'll see you again. Bye.